joining my friend Jeremy again for a movie review. Say hi, Jeremy.
Hi.
In today's video, we're going to be doing Deadpool 1 and 2, a double feature. Jimmy fucking Changas. What do you think of the first Deadpool movie?
Oh, I love it.
Me too.
It's great. It's over the top with the R-rated violence,
right,
and cursing, and
right,
everything.
Yeah.
It's just great. And Ryan Reynolds is just perfect.
Oh, he is. He is. He to me, again, he is Deadpool. No one else I can imagine playing the character of Deadpool. I remember when this movie came out at the time, like during that was like, you know, the renaissance of like, you know, superhero films, and like one way I describe Deadpool, he was basically like the parody of like, you know, superheroes. I think it was like the Scream of like comic book movies when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, I agree. I love the jokes in this movie. They're just, like you said, over the top, but done so well. And I also love, like, you know, Deadpool's like funny one-liners. And also, I'm not really sure how like true and accurate like the Deadpool like story. Because I only read like various comic books. I don't know like the whole story of like Deadpool comic books. Do you or?
Not really.
Right, same. But that's the beauty of this movie. If you're not really a big comic book person, you can definitely like go in and just, you know, sit back, relax, and watch a funny like, you know, comedy like action flick of Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I also love the part like when. Like when Deadpool is like, you know, breaking the fourth wall, you know, talking to the audience. When he like makes a joke about like how, like I don't know if you ever seen this like meme of like how, like it's a meme joke about how like Batman and Robin are gay, but which I never really hinted it that way, but Robin was joking about like that black woman was, she's like basically like my Robin, but she's not gay.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this is a parody of comic book movies.
Right.
Right. Because Deadpool spoofs and makes fun of, like, makes references to comic book films.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what did you think of, like, Colossus and the other, like, side characters in this film of Deadpool?
Yeah, I enjoy them.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Right.
Nagasonic Teenage Warhead. I just liked her.
What the shit is that? When he tells her, like, what's her name?
Yeah, but they're pretty good. Like Colossus is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-righteous?
Yeah, I can agree with that, yeah.
And that goes in stark contrast to Deadpool, who's very snide and sarcastic. So
right.
They kind of have a good balance of each other.
They're like a butt buddy cop in a way. Like he's a superhero that like does like justice and go by the book, where Deadpool doesn't go by the book or the rules and stuff like that. And he like tries to like, you know, make him an X-Men, but Deadpool refuses. I forget like what he says, like when he goes like something about the next time like this old bald guy like tries to send me I'll send a friend request or something. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but the point is like he basically makes fun of like Professor Xavier. I think it's like a weird how some like bald guy in a wheelchair like gathers like all these children with like mutant X. Another thing too is, remember like, well, what do you think of like the character of Vanessa's girlfriend?
Oh yeah, she's very nice.
Right. Now you're stereotypical like, you know, girl next door type of character.
Oh yeah, she's into all the freaky shit.
Oh yeah. When this came out at the same time as the 50 Shades movie, when they're doing like all the BDSM sex. It's basically, that basically was a parody of 50 Shades to some degree. And
yeah, I suppose.
And also like how Deadpool jokes about, despite like you saw this guy kill this guy, it's a love story. Yeah, some love story with a guy who kills people. Like, yeah, and also he has like cancer and like.
Yeah, he has cancer and he goes in for that experimental treatment, which winds up disfiguring him.
Right. Then instead, well, he cures his cancer, but the face ruins him.
Yeah.
Like T.J. Miller like joked that he had sex with an avocado, or like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like it how like when he thinks of like, you know, a superhero, like an anti-superhero name for his name, he's thinking Deadpool, Captain Deadpool. Nah, just Deadpool. Yeah, I agree. Deadpool works. I can't imagine Captain Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though like my friend of mine on like Instagram is telling me how like in Deadpool comic books, Deadpool likes Captain America, according to much. Yeah, that was also the homage and reference joke right there, according to him.
Okay.
Yeah. I also like it how when he's like trying to interrogate people, kind of like Batman. Where's Francis? Like, remember how he has a guy on a hockey ring and he's like slowly like moving that vehicle, and or when he kicks like some woman, oh my god, like feeling bad that he kicked a woman's butt. And is it sexist because you're a woman or because of like, again, sorry if I'm not quoting the right, you get the idea. And when he decided, and it's also funny, like, you know, like when Spider-Man first tried to think of a costume, he's trying to think of his own costume idea. The first Deadpool was like so funny. I remember when I first saw it in the theater, I was, you know, laughing out loud, loving like the you know, the process of like, you know, the parodies, the jokes, and also like all the references of other films that Deadpool like mocks and makes fun of. In a way, it's like Naked Gun. You ever saw Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen?
Of course.
In some ways, it has that like Naked Gun like vibe. And also, did you ever see Hot Shots with Charlie Sheen?
No.
Okay, well that's, if you like Deadpool and Naked Gun, you'll love Hot Shots. Those were good movies. But Hot Shots Part Duh is better than the first one, even though it's a different story. But still, both were good. But that's the joke. Part Duh is funnier than the first one. Yeah. But what was your like favorite moment in the first Deadpool movie?
Hard to say. Oh, jeez. I mean, the opening credits are great.
Yeah.
They show you one of Deadpool's like massacre scenes, while also that song, "Call Me Angel." In the
right. That's another thing too. Like random like songs that don't like make sense, but that's a joke though. Like that don't add up to the action choreographed scenes. And like I love it how like where like in the opening credits, who directed this, a hot chick or a CGI guy, or this douchebag who direct whatever. I don't remember again. Sorry, I'm not remembering the exact title cards or what it said.
It's funny, before he kills the thugs, he's like, wait, you're probably wondering why the red suit. So that way bad guys can't see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants. Some guy shoots at him. Fine, I've only got 12 bullets. You're gonna have to share.
I also like it how like when Colossus and what's her name,
Sonic Teenage Warhead.
Well, for now we'll just call her a Teenage Warhead at the moment. And when they said that he's like killing people, and he goes, "No one's getting hurt. Some dead guy falls." Okay, that guy just got here just a second ago. Yeah.
When Colossus is dragging Deadpool, he's trying to get away. Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, talking to the audience, asking, ever seen 127 Hours? Spoiler alert, cuts his hand. I've never seen the movie 127 Hours, but I'm familiar with the story, and I know what happens to the guy's hand.
I also like it how he's afraid, after like, you know, coming back from recovering the cancer and his face being distorted, that he's afraid to show Vanessa, you know, what he looks like. But in some ways, when I was watching that, when I first saw this around this time, I had just seen Darkman with Sam Raimi, and I'm thinking, you know what? I think there's a little bit of a Sam Raimi Darkman joke parody right here, because like in Darkman, he couldn't have a regular life because of his distorted face, and was afraid to show his girlfriend what he looked like after the accident.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, same thing with. But the only difference is the parody joke is that she wants him no matter what his face looks like. Yeah. Because the parody there too is in past superhero comic book movies, comic book superheroes chose to fight for vengeance instead of having love because they couldn't have that balance. Like Batman, Spider-Man, etc. Yeah, get the joke references?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch upon for the first Deadpool, or?
I don't know. I've gotten Ryan Reynolds' autograph.
Oh, really? Well, this guy never met over here. I'm just kidding. Where did you get his autograph at?
The first time I wrote to him when he was on the set of Green Lantern,
right,
he actually responded and answered my questions.
Right.
He signed 2 pictures for me.
Right.
And the second time was in 2015. He was a guest on the Late Show with David Letterman, so I waited at the stage door and I got him to sign a photo.
Nice. Did you get a picture with him, or just?
No, that was impossible.
Gotcha. Because of like you told me before, like the crowds, it's hard to like get photos with a certain like celebrity outside of a place.
Sometimes,
yeah. So well, I don't. He's a pro over here. Kudos to you, buddy. Kudos to you. I applaud you. You're braver than me. I don't know. I'll stick to conventions and autographs. Then anyway, I guess since we've summed up the first Deadpool, Now on to Deadpool 2. This was, oh my god, I remember we saw this in the theaters together.
Yep, I remember.
Yes, I loved this movie when it came out. I loved this movie from like every second from start to finish, from the opening to middle to end. It was just, I remember when this movie came out, I raved about it, and I was also like, quoting them. You know when you see a movie that you love so much, you quote on a daily basis? Yeah, same with this movie. That's what me with Deadpool 2 was. I was just non-stop of like, watching it, non-stop loving it to death for how funny it was, like how like how he makes like references, like, again, parodying himself for how bad Green Lantern was. And,
that's funny.
Sorry to I don't mean to get into like spoilers or jump ahead, but like the post credits were the best part of this movie when he goes back in time and fixes everything, saving Vanessa's life or stopping Peter, who had no. Peter, just walk away, But we're X-Force. No, we're not. X-Force is a marketing toolkit based. That way Fox is going to afford Josh Brolin. It's not real. Okay, this sounds pretty scary. Go home, Sugar Bear. Will you give Domino my email? And then he goes back to shoot 2009's Wolverine when Deadpool. Wait, is that you? I guess Stryker forgot to shut you up. No, just me. Just fixing the timeline. Keep shooting him. It goes back to 2011 to shoot Ryan Reynolds for Green Lantern. God damn, that's beautiful. You're welcome, Canada. Yeah, this movie just made me laugh so hard from the start. I love this movie. It's funny, it's witty, it's sarcasm, and also like Deadpool said, it's a kid's movie. And it also shows how like Deadpool at first he didn't want to help this kid, but then he realizes that was what his purpose was, to help this kid who was lost, confused, and was molested by this, piece of shit guy. Yeah. And this is probably the only time where Colossus let Deadpool kill the guy, but he deserved it because the guy was a piece of shit. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you think of that kid actor who played? What was his name? I'm drawing a.
I don't remember.
Anyway, what do you think of the kid of this movie?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he was likable and sympathetic, and again, he was misunderstood, and
I also liked Domino and Cable.
Yes, me too. Domino was kind of hot.
Yeah.
And no, Josh Brolin was funny. He was great. Well, not funny. He was great as Cable. Like, he's in a comedy, but he's one of those examples where he's doing a comedy action film, but yet he's playing it like so serious. Josh Brolin.
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of like Lon Chaney and like Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein, or even like Leslie Nielsen, the Airplane movies or Naked Gun movies.
You also have cameos from Terry Crews, Bill Skarsgård.
Yes, when I first saw, I didn't even recognize that Brad Pitt had a cameo in this film, but it's so brief and only for a split second. You don't even notice it when they're all like skydiving and all of them like. It's funny when he gathers a team of X-Force, and he picks the worst crowd for who are not maybe Domino was the okay candidate, but the other ones, not so much. Especially Peter. He had no superpower. They just saw the ad. It sounded cool. You're in. What?
But as it turns out, Peter had both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Deadpool says, if you find a type 3, let us know.
Let's see, what else about Deadpool 2 I love? Oh yeah, it's funny, the fight scenes and the climax, how they use, again, songs that don't really, fit with the, using the song Only Time from Enya, or when he saves the little boy's life, they play the song Annie in the background.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't make sense. That's the joke behind it. It doesn't add up in an action movie to use.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Annie?
A long time ago.
Okay, I've never seen it, but I know about it because, again, another film I've never seen, but I know there's certain songs to it. The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even though I like seeing Vanessa in this film, but one thing I can agree, I kind of wish they didn't kill her off early in this movie. It would have been nice to see more of her.
I think she's going to reprise the role.
She is, because Deadpool went back in time to save her life.
Before Vanessa's kill, it's their anniversary, and Deadpool was running late. He's trying to come up with an excuse of trying to hide the truth of what was really wrong, why he was late, and he made a reference to the joke about, I was trying to stop two severe baddies, but it turns out his mother was named Martha too, joking about the Martha joke from Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. I also forgot to mention that Vanessa loves Star Wars. Now that is hot and awesome. Every guy's dream and fantasy to date a hot chick who loves Star Wars as much as the other guy does.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also love it how when Deadpool does join the X-Men, when he's trying to kill himself to see Vanessa again, and they're like, "I'm an X-Men trainee. Shut it." As a former X-Men trainee, thank you for reminding me. And as usual, Deadpool is doing his usual thing. Colossus is trying to help him and try to teach him what it means to be an X-Men. That is not killing.
That's right.
Yeah.
When Colossus not like Deadpool's work ethic, he tells him, "I'm doing my job. It's like Beyonce says, stop cheating on me." I'm not sure if this is a joke to want a Beyonce song because I don't really know Beyonce's music that well.
I like it how when he tries to ask Colossus for help, he's like imitating. Did you ever see that movie Say Anything with John Cusack?
No.
But you may not recognize the boombox and get the joke with.
I've seen that image.
Right. Everyone recognizes that image. Yeah. Like I said, Deadpool 2, I loved it. It was, even though Deadpool the first one was good, but Deadpool 2, I don't know. It's like harder to pick which one was better. Probably Deadpool 2 because it was just so like funny. It made me laugh from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about Deadpool 2 or?
I love it.
Me too. Yep. Anyway, I guess we summed up everything. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for Deadpool. Are you excited for Deadpool 3?
Yes, I am.
Me too.
Very.
See you next time for that.
As I'm editing this video, I just saw Deadpool Wolverine tonight and it was awesome. Next video.
Bye-bye. Say bye, Jeremy.
Bye.